football fans, and welcome to the Touchdown Lady podcast. We talk football from a fan's point of view. I'm Cindy, your host. Let's just get into it. Now, what's going on in the NFL right now is that Shilo Sanders, who was let go by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because he got into a fight. I don't know if he really got into a fight. I think he was already going to be released, but he got released by the Buccaneers. He got into a fight with the Bills tight end tight end Zach Davison. He got into a fight and he was ejected from the games. And then like an hour after he was ejected, he was released from the Buccaneers. But there's a word out there that's saying the Buccaneers might still pick him up and bring him back on the practice squad. So Shilo, he probably will get picked up from another team if he don't wind up going back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I will keep you guys posted on that. Now let's talk about the Bills and their last preseason game that they played against the Rams this Saturday. They played all three of their quarterbacks. They played. Joe Flacco started it, then they brought in Dylan Gabriel, and then they brought in Shedeur Sanders. There's a lot of talk out there about what happened in the game with Shedeur Sanders. I'm not going to get into that. If you want to go check that out, it's a lot online. I'm not going to go and bring that up. But the Browns did play all three of those quarterbacks in this game. Now let's talk about Dallas and Michael Parsons. Now, Michael Parsons and Dallas, the negotiations broke down. They're at a standstill right now. The latest is they still have not come to agreement. So I don't know if they're going to get Michael Parsons signed before the season started or they're going to trade him. We don't know. Dallas and Jerry Jones is not really saying too much. Michael Parsons, he's still, like I said, he's showing up. I don't know if he's going to start in week 1 when they play against the Eagles. I don't know. I will keep that posted with Michael Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys and see what happens with his contract. Moving on, let's talk about the Washington Commanders and Terry McLaurin. They finally got a deal done. Yes, Terry McLaurin signed a 3-year deal with the Washington Commanders up to $96 million, $30 million signing bonus. Shout out to Terry. Congratulations on your new contract. Then we have the Bengals and Trey Henderson. Now, the negotiations have broken down. They had stopped talking, but the word out there is that they're now back in negotiations with Terry Henderson, and the Bengals are now back in negotiations. So hopefully they are moving into the right direction to get his contract done before the season starts. So I will keep you guys posted on that as well. And like I said, the NFL 2025 season will be starting September 4th, and that game is going to be a divisional game between Dallas and the Eagles. So that's the first game that's going to start the season, and I can't wait. I'm really excited. I'm trying to keep my composure here, but I really am excited that all the preseason stuff is over. They're getting ready to cut down to the 53-man roster, so we'll know who, before the season starts next week, who was actually going to be on the rosters. So that's good. I'm glad we're at that point as well. So I can't wait for the season to start. But the first week 1 game that I'm really going to be interested in is the Bills and the Ravens. Yes, this is going to be a rematch of the divisional 2024 championship game. Man, that game, go check the highlights of this game. Both these teams were battling out. Now, it's going to be the battle of the MVPs, the battle of the quarterbacks. Both these quarterbacks can run out the pocket, use their legs. Both these quarterbacks can get physical. Both these quarterbacks can throw balls. Both these quarterbacks are a dual threat. So I know when this game happens, it's going down. From the beginning to the end, it's going to be a battle in week 1 towards these two teams, and I can't wait. And that's going to be September 7th. At 8 o'clock, it's a Sunday night game, and I will be watching that. I'm probably going to be pacing the floor because I get a little nervous when the Bills are on that field because that is my team. Also, one of these two teams got to make a real serious run this year for the Super Bowl. Now, they have to. They have to make a move. One of these two teams I prefer, and I hope it's going to be my Bills all the way through 2025. But if the Bills don't get it, I would like to see the Ravens get it done. So I'm going to be watching these two teams closely as the season go on, but I can't wait for the matchup in week 1. The Ravens and the Bills. It's going down. Yes, it's going down. Now for the ladies, I wrapped up. I'm wrapping up basically with the ladies, and I hope you ladies really learned something in what I put out there, and I hope I was clear enough for you guys to understand it. But if not, there's a really good book that I recommend before, and it's called Football for Girls. And it's by Rachel Oliver. It's an easy read. It's easy to follow. You really enjoy it, and it really teaches you the basics of football. So check the book out if you get a chance. And I just, if you get a chance to read the book, ladies, also I want to say, when you're watching a game, you don't have to pick a team if you don't want to. I know there's some real diehard fans out there that stick to a team and say you can't be switching out. But football's supposed to be a fun sport, an enjoyable sport. So as long as you're on the base of what's going on in the game, you can like more than one team. Like I said, I love the Bills. They're like my number one. Those are ones I really want, I follow. But I also have other teams that I enjoy watching. I have other players on other teams that I enjoy watching as well. So you don't have to be a stickler and be one team, one player. No, you can like multiple teams if you want and players, because there's players on all different, good players on all 32 of these teams have some good, really good players on them. So it's okay. It's okay, because you'll get your diehard fans and they just be like, wow, you're switching up. And that's not true. It's supposed to be fun, and you can pick whoever you want, right? And if they have a problem with that, tell them the Touchdown Ladies said it's okay for you to have more than one team and more than one player. Well, this is the part of the show. If you want to contact me, you can reach me at touchdownladies@gmail.com. That's touchdownladies@gmail.com. Well, I like to end the show on a positive note, and I do something I call Facts, Fun, and Football, where I reach in here, and I get something fun to end the show on. And this is going to be a joke. What do you call 20 Viking fans in the basement? A wine cellar. And this is Sandy from the Touchdown Ladies saying, don't forget to smile, be happy, be kind, put your action behind your plan, and keep moving forward. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.